That goes in a long way.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go in.
Way.
Look at that. Oh, wow.
Winter hat stage 1.
Winter hat
stage 1. Stage 2 gloves though, because I couldn't find my other gloves.
What does stage 2 mean?
Stage 2 is my bobbly hat.
Oh.
Isn't it? That's stage 2, winter stage 2.
Okay.
Bobbly hat.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another tunnel extravaganza. When we explore an abandoned railway, we spend a lot of time on various resources, making sure we don't miss anything of interest along the line. Before we visited the Bullo Pill Railway, we did just that. Aside the 4 well-known tunnels along this line, we also found a few other old tramway tunnels too. So this is our adventure to try and find all 9 that we initially identified. The Bullo Pill Railway Act received royal assent on the 10th of June 1809. The press reported on the 20th of September 1809 that the Hay Hill Tunnel was completed. And this is exactly where you join us now in search of the Hay Tunnel on the eastern end of the Bullo Pill Railway. Good morning everybody, and welcome to another video from Whitewick's Abandoned Railways, which comprises of Paul and Rebecca. If you're the sort of person that looks for videos that is explores where people go, we got lost in an abandoned dark tunnel and they do all sorts of crazy things, that's not really us. We like to just explore, have an adventure, see what we can find in terms of old architecture, and try and bring you the best video we possibly can. That's us in a nutshell. So whilst we're here, right here, we thought we'd give you a little bit of a history about the tunnels and why they were built, etc. Because here's a very good spot which we will come to any second now. So we are now situated nearly on top of the Hay Tunnel, if we're pronouncing that right.
I think so.
The Hay Tunnel. We're nearly on top of the Hay Tunnel. So built in 1810. It was used as part of the original alignment of the original Bullo Pill Tramway, which came basically from the Severn Estuary, and they transported all kinds of goods down to the estuary, which was a great way of shipping stuff all around the coast essentially. So the Forest of Dean was put on the map in a big way. So they needed to get through this large hill we're still on right now, so they built the longest tunnel in the world at the time, 1,083 yards, as a tramway tunnel. Out the other side of that, which is kind of here, it then went around the north side of this hill. That hill there is Bradley Hill. So the tramway went around that hill and curved lots. Therefore they only needed the one tunnel hill here. So come 1850s, 1854, the line was taken over, and ultimately the tunnel itself had to be widened because it was then made into a broad gauge railway by Brunel. Brunel described it as his
most difficult,
his toughest challenge
ever
was widening the Hay Tunnel. They then built the Bradley Tunnel across the hill, which then went through the Bradley Hill. So that was a relatively short tunnel. So literally you come out of the eastern portal, western portal of the Hay Tunnel, and you go straight into the eastern portal within 200 yards of the Bradley Hill Tunnel. They decided to build it at sandstone level. Is that what you read earlier? Which I assume meant it was fairly easy to bore through, and then sort of strengthen up with obviously whatever they lined it with.
It went through redstone.
Redstone. That's it, sandstone, redstone. Perhaps that was the chosen height and layer of geology,
Yeah.
because it was easy to bore through perhaps,
Yeah,
and obviously
maybe.
then they lined it. And again, what a feat of engineering in 1810 to build a tunnel over 1,000 yards long, at the time one of the longest tunnels in the world, the longest tunnel in the world.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's quite enough information about these two tunnels. Let's cut to the chase. We failed. Yep, the eastern portal had two farmers' 4x4s immediately by the path up to the tunnel, where we assume there was some shooting about to take place, and we're aware we were being watched. For that reason, we headed back to the western end before we moved on to meet Matt the following day at the Bluerock Tunnel, where we had some decent success. Right, so western portal of Hay Tunnel coming up. And to tell you how close Bradley Eastern portal is, it's literally just through that gap there. We can't see it because we can't get in that field. We're not intended to climb the gate because there's lots of people about, obviously.
And sheep.
And sheep, scary sheep.
See, he's coming.
He's coming.
Coming to get us.
So the first tunnel we're visiting today is
Bluerock Tunnel.
Bluerock Tunnel, which is a shortish tunnel. I
Yeah.
couldn't say how many.
109 yards long.
109.
109 yards long.
Okay.
In terms of getting engine, in terms of crews, it was the easiest one to get through.
Right.
Bradley Hill Tunnel was a 1 in 48.
Yep.
Uh,
And Hay was.
Impossible.
I want to say Hay was like 1 in 50, 1 in 56 or something.
156.
Right, so we're inside Bluerock Tunnel, 109 yards. What was the gradient, Matt? Did you remember? Because it seemed really steep to me.
It's the easiest of the 3 tunnels to get through
Yeah.
as an engine crew.
But it still seems quite steep.
It is quite reasonably steep.
Yeah. I'm going to say at least sort of 1 in 60, maybe 1 in 70. I don't know, that's a complete guess. Could be complete load of rubbish. Right, completely masonry lined. Massive recesses. We've seen 2 so far, maybe 3. Right, so this is Bluerock Tunnel. We're going to head back out and see what else we can find a little bit north on the line. I think there's a couple of tramway tunnels now just up that way-ish, perhaps.
Yes. I think they're underneath our feet.
Oh, really?
They're walking underneath our feet.
Okay. Righto, onwards. So apparently that's been closed for a significant period of time. I think Matt's been trying to get in there for 38 years, you said?
Something like that, yes.
38 years, and today it's open. No padlocks at all.
Yeah, there's not even like somebody's
It's not even like
discarded
it,
one.
yeah.
So, I mean, it's
So
just
maybe
not-
they're doing some checks on it, or perhaps, I don't know, or something. Okay, so we're now at Shakemantle.
Shakemantle.
Quarry. Very impressive quarry behind us. We're not going to explore that because we haven't got much time, but we're now almost right on top of where I think there was a tunnel. Whether it's here or not, I don't know. But yeah, so the significance of Shakemantle Quarry.
They used the stone from this quarry to build the first Severn Bridge.
Fantastic. So therefore you can work out some ages.
Yes.
Yeah. And also I'm guessing it's only I say recently, that's a proper road, as in built concrete road, right?
Yes,
So where does that, do we know where that goes? Up to the top, I guess.
that goes up onto Tramway Road.
Right, so we're going to keep searching for this elusive tunnel, maybe tunnel entrances, I don't know. And again, why would they build it up here? I'd love to know. So, this was a search for tunnel number 4 of the trip. We searched around for an hour or so before we found what was a most likely spot. So we're not 100% sure if we're in the right place or not, but on the old map it shows just where Rebecca is. There's a pathway down, or there was a pathway down, or a incline there or something, which came across right the way down here and into tunnel, which we're going to assume is probably buried now, but we're going to have a look just in case, because you never know. I reckon to the left, Matt. Yeah, almost, yeah, because this looks like it's part of the slightly raised embankment bit, but I do think it's going to be long buried. Just one of the fallen rocks, I guess. Nothing there, is there? Sadly, we couldn't find any remains, but we do want to come back here because we now think we're around 20 to 30 feet too low down, and it was much higher in the quarry side. Anyway, onwards to tunnel number 5, which was one that Matt had known about but had not yet been to. Right, whilst we're on our way back from Bluerock Tunnel and the search in the quarry, Matt has pointed out that actually there is an old entrance, which could be like a culvert or something, which we're just looking for now, which I think Matt has found. But we forgot the torch. So Rebecca, who is up on the top of the track bed, is going to chuck it. This could make for interesting viewing. Just give it a good up. Yep. Oh.
That goes in a long way.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go in. Look at that. Oh wow. Yeah, there it is, filled there. I think that's just an old, I want to say it's an old culvert, but actually...
Could be an old wine entrance.
Do you think so?
Yeah, just by how wide it is.
Really? I'm no expert in these, so I've no idea what we're looking at. So, 2 thoughts. Number 1, tramway, but seems very small for a tramway. Number 2, culvert, seems very big for a culvert. Matt said could be a mine entrance. I've no idea what a mine entrance looks like because I am not a historian, but nevertheless this is quite cool. Completely filled in at the other end, goes back about 20 yards, 25 yards. That there was a little hidden gem from Matt, and we've no idea what it is. Could be an old culvert. I think it's too big for a culvert. Matt thinks a mine entrance. It's too big to be, I think it's too big to be a culvert for definite, because the road is way up the hill. Look at that deer, look at that. 2 deers, 3 deers. This is the 2 tramway tunnels we're looking for now, underneath a road bridge on, well, a road just north of Nailsbridge. Some old masonry just there, and you can see the cutting starting to open up, can't you? Let's see if there's any left. This is a great explore. We're going to have trouble getting there, but... So we're searching for this tramway tunnel. I think it could be just down there. Right, I'm guessing the alignment is there, going up into there. this would be the eastern portal, straight into the rock face in front of me there. You can't see a great deal. Right, there's Rebecca. There's a wet camera. The track line came at us here. This is a tramway. Right behind me, tramway where I think we're at level, went in here. So this is now 4 or 5 foot built up. We think it's just beyond us here, but it's massively buried with rubbish and we don't know what we're really standing on. And a lot of earth, and I'm stung to bits. I've got brambles in my calf muscles. This hand is now tingling because of stinger nettles. So we're going to call this a I can't get there, and we're going to try the other end if we can. Right, I'm now trying for the northern portal, which I calculate to be roughly here, but I also calculate to be another 10-15 foot below me. So my thinking is this has all been filled in significantly, very significantly, unless there's another way to the right over there, which I don't think there is. So I think this is it for this double tunnel on the old tramway, sadly. The 8th tunnel of the day was Drybrook. A relatively short tunnel at 97 yards is now all but filled in. The map here shows the alignment and where the southern portal would have been. Suffice to say, we didn't capture any footage here. Onwards now towards Hawthorns Tunnel, the final stop of the day. We've done quite a few tunnels in this video, we think. We've done Hay, we've done Bradley, although we couldn't really get anywhere close to it. We've done Bluerock. We've looked for a couple of others since Bluerock, at least a couple of others. Found a little old mining tunnel with Matt. We had a look for another 2 more from the tramway. And now we've been past Drybrook, and when I say Drybrook I mean the short 90-yard one. No sign of it, so we're pretty sure it's been filled in. I think if you read online it's been filled in.
Yeah, it said something about sometime after 1956 it was filled in and they built a house.
And they built a house on top of the entrance and all that, which is a bit of a shame, but it was a short tunnel. So now we're in search of the last tunnel of the day, which is Hawthorns or Puddlebrook or Euro something. 3 different names for it. Now we know it's a massive long tunnel. What we're really trying to do is get to the northern portal if we can. We don't know how accessible it is. There's a lot of reports. There's a really good article on Forgotten Relics, so it's worth having a read of that. But we're going to try and find our way up to the northern portal. It's properly hammering it down. Every
time we stand still, all of a sudden it sounds like it's getting louder.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Heavier.
Yeah. But anyway, hopefully this is a half decent video. We're not sure if it is or not. We've got inside 1 or 2 tunnels today. But yeah, this is what it's all about, is actually just documenting and trying to get to see the tunnels if we can.
Having a bit of fun.
Yeah. Onwards. After an insane amount of weather, we've just traipsed through, and forest that we traipsed through. We didn't think we'd make it up here, but this is fantastic. You can only go 20 yards in because they've got a proper sealed lock. It seems very dry when we look through there. We can't get some really good pictures because there's a lot of sort of fog air, misty air going through. So it's like earlier today at Drybrook, Bluerock Tunnel. It's really misty going through, but it's, from what I can see, masonry all the way, no brick. That might not be true because it's a very long tunnel. I don't know how long, but I'll insert here. Yeah, what a treat this is. Really pleased we managed to find this. Really good. So this will probably be the end of the tunnel video. This is the last tunnel of 6 maybe on this line, plus a few other little random culverts and bits and pieces that we found. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully we brought to you something a bit different. We know you all love tunnels. Yeah, so from us, from the very wet Forest of Dean, thanks for watching. As ever, leave a comment below of where we think we should go next, what adventures would be good for us.
Can you make sure the weather's dry?
Could you make sure the weather's dry as well? Yeah, that'd be really handy. Right, see you later, Bill.